Now to the right hand side is Doué. Doué down the byline. Twist and tense. Reverse run. Now to the edge of the penalty box. Dembele. Brilliant one. And what a save.
I mean, the goalkeeper had it right. Good direction, good intention. But without notwithstanding, I think defensively there was a little, lackluster performance there, and they need to up their game.
Yes, and it's Vitinha who finds Carcella. Picks up Marquinhos on the edge of the penalty box. Still PSG. Ouch. That was close.
Absolutely.
And Rodrigo, as we still look to find the first goal, with gamers actively deploying all of their tactics. And you can see the look on their faces. Grim look. Keeping the force to Vitinha. Vitinha quickly turns it over to Neves. Neves looking to start a counter-attack. Tries to pick up Doué, and what an intervention. Spares them the blushes. Now Mbappe. We're a little bit too fast.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a nice game to watch so far. We're just about 15 minutes to the end of duration and no goal to either side. It tells you how keenly this contest has been. But then, in all situations, we need to, also appreciate the fact that Real Madrid have been very solid defensively. Attacking-wise, Paris Saint-Germain have been better. And finally, they get the goal.
And so there we go. It's Pounds who finds the first goal. He needed 78 minutes to do that. And the jubilation from that bench. Brilliant goal. Right bottom corner. And you could see that go one more time. Had to cut in slightly. Work that angle down. And then bury the ball in the bottom corner. Brilliant goal there. It looks like that goal was scored by Dembele. And PSG goal look very difficult for this Real Madrid side.
I mean, it's been a good game so far. The only opportunity in the second half was well taken by, Paris Saint-Germain, and they are.
And so welcome back. This is certainly going to be another spectacle, and it's Saint Paris-Germain with a slim advantage as they come into the second leg tie with a goal at the left edge of the penalty box. Tries to go in behind. He has Caballero breathing down his neck. Now Vitinha finds Neves, and yes! Goal number 2. PSG go 1-0 ahead with just 9 minutes of play into the half. And it's still the man.
Possession-wise, but the only opportunity that came is where he's taken it. I mean, this is what football is all about. It's not entirely about possession. It's about taking and making use of chances. This is exactly what he did. Dembele had the ball, had all the ample time, turned beautifully, only for him to squash the ball at the roof of the net. And clearly, they are getting closer, into the grand final.
Yes, and so it's the champions of Europe, repeat with incredible shooting range, are able to get the goals. This time Mbappe is looking more like Real Madrid are going to get their goal, and time intervention by Marquinhos.
We've got more minutes to be played still in the early minutes of the first half, and the second half will have a lot of minutes to prove why they need to do a lot of work defensively.
Yeah, still looking very cagey. But Real Madrid certainly be the argument of whether gamers or players who has the better chance. But there we go, it's Real Madrid who equalize in this game. They finally fighting with Benny, who will be banging his hopes on his Real Madrid lads. As Pounds goes the way of PSG. PSG break away with Dembele. Yes, he does it. 3 goals in 2 games for Dembele. And he makes it goal number 2. Second shot on target, second goal with Ousmane Dembele. And Prince, it's clearly been how he's managed Dembele as a player. He always gets him into the half space where you have, the centre backs. And obviously he's unstoppable with his pace and his shooting range. I kept talking about his shooting range and all of that. So he gets him in there, is able to finesse brilliantly, to the edges. And it's finished global football. Now Caballero, Vinicius Jr. I've barely seen Vinicius in the game, Prince. He's not really exploited his pace. Vinicius, abrasion on the ball. Neres sets it up for Dembele. Dembele to Doué. Diagonal run from Doué. Dembele Dembele. Still on the ball. Rios to Dembele again. He needs to set it up. Yes, go! Number 3. And it's certainly game over.
I mean, this is gradually becoming a very whitewashing fixture. I mean, I wasn't expecting this at all. I mean, the second half has been an easy all-round for, Pounds and Paris Saint-Germain. This is what we call comprehensive trouncing. I mean,
but Prince, I told you about the anxiety when it comes to the knockout phases, and we are seeing it play out here. It's not just about whether you can stand a player. It's more about how you stand the thinking pattern when it comes to how they play their football. And you saw this really come out in the second leg, where we are seeing the go all out. It's been more of like end-to-end action. But Drouet breaks away one more time. Can he make this goal number 4? Ball sees from him. Courtois wins the ball for Real Madrid. Still some 25 minutes, which is so much that football can give you. Neres, Rios, Dembele, twists and turns Dembele. Sets up. Dembele again! Goal number 4. And how is he doing this? A hat-trick for Ousmane Dembele, the Ballon d'Or winner, who is stand.
Well, at this stage, I can say that it's a game of no return for Benny. I mean, he's done well by qualifying from the group phase. He was very hopeful of a comeback in the second leg, but unfortunately, things have rather, gotten worse for him instead of better. But I mean, it's game. I mean, it happens all the time.
So it happens all the time. Coaches' instructions not really materializing, and it's looking more like a PSG fanfare now. Bellingham looking to spare them the blushes, trying to reduce the goal scoring, and he's done it. They halved their deficit.
How the game is churning out, it clearly shows that Paris Saint-Germain knew what they were about from the start. Let's not talk much about the first leg. I think that was just a litmus test at a point, but then it looks like they have been a very good game in the second leg for them. They are trouncing them.
Only 2 minutes of time added on, which looks to have been played already, but Dembele still has some goals under his sleeve. Still Dembele. And at this point, there we go. It's a win for Pound to go straight into the final. Benny gave it a push at some point, only able to have the deficit.
Well, the game is already underway, and as expected, we want a very open.
And this time it is Pounds. Wonderful pass going through. Oh!
Happens. It seems anytime he comes up, his other players tend to, propose him differently, and it's been a very good game so far.
Yeah, it's too unpredictable. And then one Pounds who still has the ball. Finds it to Rios, and what a save! At the moment, I thought that was going to go in. And some instructions being issued by the coach. She committing so many men up front. And another counter-attack at the other side. Dembele looking to break loose to Dembele! Yes, he does it! 1-0 Pounds, 1-0 PSG. 22 minutes into the final.
Il est indini. Agama bi ball mi fa po avenjin. Mi po am kita ball mi jin mi nim da mi di ball be. Na wo sa jama. E no wo na we sisi. Che o jama be o ko be mi di
Final, and Ousmane Dembele has produced far more goals than we have seen in this tournament. Ousmane Dembele.
I think especially at the knockout phase, he has scored about 5 or 6 goals so far. And clearly it shows his impact in this game. And like I said earlier, it seems Stanley K is meant for comebacks. Mr. Comebacks, that's what I'm going to call him now. In all the games that he's played at the knockout phase, he's considered first before responding. And eventually, the ball sneaked against the post.
Yes! As 1-0, finds Rodrigo. Looks to play through Rodrigo. Oh, yes, he makes it. Stanley. In the game on its head, Pounds, who went up front initially, has to dig deep. This time, Rios, he makes it 2-2. No.
It was an unmissable opportunity. I mean, it was a well-calculated effort, perfect hit, creating much space and opening for
Wow,
himself.
brilliant to Vinicius Junior. Yes, he makes it. A repeat of this goal we saw in the semi-final Hall of Fame tournament. We are seeing two gamers, and the referee seems to be pointing to the spot. A penalty. Prince, this was a hard one.
That was a very hard one. But let's take a look at whether it was a good call indeed. Whether there was a net,
Yes.
but as to whether it was strong enough to have resulted in a penalty, we leave it to the connoisseurs.
And so, chance for PSG to restore parity. They have Vitinha on the ball against Thibaut Courtois. Vitinha, brilliant goal. 3-3 the scoreline. As their homework in this very fixture is Dembele, yes! Those goals ahead. He turns the game on its head as the pendulum swing into both ends. And it's like both players saying, I've done my part, you do yours again, and yes, 4-4.
Maybe, I don't know what exactly it is.
It's a typical final. How many times you see 8 goals in the final already? We're still standing with Vinicius Junior. Mbappe is played through. Stanley, yes, he makes it. They stand on table mode this time with Rios. Vitinha, he needs to be clear on this one. Yes, he's made it. 6-5. Can they work something out? Or be a case where Real Madrid will be looking to see the game through? 2-goal advantage. Mbappe, game over.
Like no, like they give it off time. I say, ah.
Talk about family, family's all that we got. Everything I went through, you were standing there by